Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we are going to be setting up my April planner. Before we get too far into it, we're going to go ahead and take a look at my March planner. So this is my March planner. It is a Happy Planner Classic Hourly from 2020-2021. So it was an 18-month planner that I made into a 2-page daily. So every spread is actually just one day. This is Monday, Tuesday, etc. So this classic planner was super fun to decorate. It was quick and easy to get all the stickers on. And I was really loving that. When we got into the nitty-gritty of filling it out, I found myself running out of room. And yes, partially it could be because of the stickers, but even when I did less stickers back here, just added like some light decoration, I still didn't love the small writing. And if I had already filled up a section with something I wanted to plan, and I forgot something, I was still running out of room. Once again, I tried a classic planner and it just is not working for me. It's just too small, even in a 2-page daily. So that is a personal problem. I realize that. I just write too big and I write too much. Like I just want to really add everything that I'm thinking into the section so that I can remember it all. But it was really fun to decorate. It turned out really cute and it worked okay. But again, ran out of room, had to start writing in the back on some extra note pages. Overall, that could be fine, but I was doing it every day. So now that I know that, I'm just gonna move away from a classic size, even though, again, it was really fun to decorate. It turned out super cute. I'm gonna go back to a big size planner. And even though I had to change everything, it was a weekly planner. I think I have a blank. I have a couple blanks back here. This is what it looked like before, and then I turned it into just a 2-page daily. So I didn't mind all of the work to get it ready. It was actually kind of fun and relaxing to get that ready for ahead of the week. But now that I know that I just had to squish things in and start filling out the back on some note pages back here, just to keep up with my schedule, I decided classic is not going to work for me anymore. So it was fun to try again, once again I found out it didn't work. I've tried several times to work in a classic. Obviously a 2-page daily seems like it would work, but I'm rolling it out again. I just had to write too small. And then like I said, if I filled out a section like a work section and then I wanted to add one more thing, it was already filled in. There was no room to write the extra thing. So then I'm flipping back and forth from a notebook to this to figure out what I needed to do for that section. So again, that is something that's like a pet peeve of mine. I want it all in one place. So this, cute, really fun to decorate. I had so much fun decorating this. It's just not gonna work. If I went back to several planners, I'm sure it could work, but I don't want to do that. So we are going back to a big size planner. So let's talk about this for a second. Since I'm going to the big anyway, I really went back and forth over, what to do, because this is just an example planner here. I actually am going to put this as my declutter planner, and we'll talk about, actually, let's flip back to that, my declutter planner as well. I did find myself having to write really small. So it also had, some of the problems that I had in my other planner. Just writing too small, couldn't fit everything in it. And when I filled out a section, if I did declutter a couple more things, again, there was no room to write it. So it's just, I know it's me, it's how big I write and how much I write. That's okay. Back to big, I'm deciding, okay, do I make this into a 2-page daily now, which is definitely something I could do because I do have some big happy planners. But, at this point, I've jumped around so much. I was thinking about when was I the happiest with my planner? And it was obviously when I was using my She Plans planner. I had plenty of room. So this is when I was using it, my She Plans planner, plenty of room for everything. If I wanted to add something else, I had the space for it. So now I think, since I'm going back to the big size anyway, I mostly have classic size happy planners that I loved, that I thought were so beautiful, but I hate writing in them. I love decorating them, super fun, but I hate writing them. So when you have to add extra things just to get your day planned, and I know, again, I write too much, I write too big. And again, I know it's me, I write too much, I write too big. But that was just frustrating. It seems like pointless at that point to make a classic planner work when it's not actually working, just to get those pages done. So I did look into it a little. I know that some gals on YouTube have actually said that they've picked up planners at thrift stores, which makes me think maybe they don't just toss them in the trash. Maybe they actually put them out and then somebody else can use the planner. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna donate my classic planners, keeping some pages for notebooks because I do like to use classic size for notebooks because you can just write across. But since I was most happy in my She Plans planner, I wanted to go back to it. So I'm going back to She Plans for April. And since I already have the quarterly sections purchased, they were $6 for a PDF printable planner. I already have them purchased for the year, so I'm just gonna stick with the She Plans now, which I know I said multiple times now. But I do know that it works, it has plenty of room, and I like the style of it. So this planner here is a 2018 planner. Came out in 2018 as an 18-month, and it's very similar to the one I was using for my declutter planner, which had this really cute seasonal look in the planner. So it's similar to that. I'm going to use this again for my declutter planner as a second planner. It's the only one that I don't mind flipping to because I'm really trying to focus on decluttering my house. It's a very big goal this year, and I've been working on it every day. So I did think this would be really cute to use. It's similar, it has some different designs, but it'll work really well as my declutter planner, and I'll have a lot more space, which is what I'm looking for. So let's set that aside. That's going to be in the back of my main planner, and again, it's the only section that I don't mind flipping to because I know it's a specialty section, and I did have like a little declutter section in my main planner, but again, I just ran out of room for everything else if it's decorated, and I do like to decorate. So let's move on and get stuff set up. Okay, so I have the pages printed out. I did try a new paper that I'm hoping doesn't rip as much as the last paper I used in the She Plans planner, which ripped every time. And so I'm showing you the bones of how I put this together. This is the lined paper that I use. These all say planning in April, which was a part of the monthly goal section of the planner. And I just printed out extra copies to add to my dailies. So this is my second page of my She Plans Daily. Here are all my main pages of She Plans Daily. So what I think I'm going to do is punch all of these, get them put in, and then I will add in the extra pages. Or, you know, we'll see how we're going to do it. Maybe I'll actually get them lined up first. One of the things I need to do before all that is, you know, She Plans, because it's a printable planner, in this case, with the 8.5 by 11 size, is only in a PDF version. I do need to choose a cover. This is just a set of Happy Planner covers that I have are extra. They're actually incredibly old. I'm sure you guys recognize some of these if you've been around Happy Planner for a long time. These first three were a 3-pack that Happy Planner sold for a while. And then I have some from this year of the planners that I used for the fall. An old teacher planner. I saw one in here that I really wanted to use. That's another teacher planner. The Creative Ingrid. Bambi. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So I thought this one would be really pretty for April, and then I can just switch it out in May and just get a different cover. So let's grab this one out. It's actually really cute on the inside as well. This is from a 2020 vertical planner. Everyone Has a Story. It has the silver and just with the really pretty florals. I usually like the inside of a cover a little better, and I do really like this inside, but I actually like this outside as well. So we're going to do the outside on this one. Okay, whoops. Did that? Yeah, it just popped off. That's a little maintenance here. Okay, so this is my book of dividers. So when I have a Happy Planner, if I like the divider, I grab it out. If I'm not using the planner, and I stick it in this book, which has a lot, but we're going for April. Okay, so let's flip through the April dividers and decide which one I think is gonna work the best. This one's okay, it's not my favorite. This actually came from this planner, so that's interesting, but I don't love it. I actually use these for notebooks a lot, like notebook sections, instead of just planner dividers. This is pretty. That's a teacher. Ooh, okay. I really love this one. Let me pull this one out. I think that's probably going to be it, but let's check and just make sure. This one's a little boring. Okay, so it's okay, now we're done. So since it's a printable planner, it does not come with dividers. It doesn't come with a cover, and it does not come with discs. So we're grabbing all of those to get this set up. For the discs, I thought white was gonna work the best. So we're gonna grab those out. Okay, and let's start getting this put together. Yeah, look how cute that looks together. I like it a lot. Okay, so we'll get our divider in there. And we won't be using this monthly because the She Plans does come with a monthly. But I'm going to get this whole thing set aside so we can start getting the pages ready. And for the pages, we will need to start punching. Okay, let me see if I have my monthly pages somewhere. Where did they go? Oh, so I have this kind of flipped. It's kind of mixed up. So let's get a second. We'll get these in order. Okay, so here's a monthly planning page. And that usually comes with a one-page planning for April. Okay, so Saturday, which is actually going to be Sunday. So we'll mark this out for Sunday. And I will be adding a sticker on here so it'll look better. Monday. Okay. Then planning page. Tuesday, Wednesday, then planning page. Thursday, Friday. Planning page. Saturday and weekly. Planning page. Okay. This again will be Sunday. I take the Saturday for Sunday because I like the timeline on the right side the best, and it works better with this Monday, the way I set it up. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is basically what I do for the whole month. I have the days printed back and front. I did it slightly different than the way that it is designed, so that it has Sunday, Monday on the back, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is set on the back of the weekly. And then I just put a planning page in between every page. And that gives me the design that I want. Okay, so we just went from the 14th, so we jumped around here. Here we go. Some of these pages get mixed up when you're printing, at least when I'm printing. Okay, we'll say that. Okay, so the 14th, all right. So again, this will be Sunday. Planning page. Wait, that's on the planning page. Put that back. Tuesday, Wednesday, planning page. Friday, planning page. So this is actually Saturday with the weekly, then a planning page. Saturday again, which I'm actually going to make into a Sunday. Sunday, Monday, planning page. Tuesday, Wednesday. Planning page. Thursday, Friday. So you get the points. This is actually Saturday, and the monthly overview now. Okay. And then she goes into May. Because did we go to May 4th here? No, April 26th. So what are we missing here? Oh yeah, so monthly review. So I printed 2 of these, so I think instead of this being Saturday, because it is already over here, what's that supposed to be? Friday. Oh yeah, so Saturday goes straight there. We will use this as like an extra monthly review area. And this is just because I printed it funny. So that's the one thing about printing a planner. It takes a little while to figure out like what you're doing. So this will now be an extra page. And then we go into the weekly. Wait. We're doing the monthly first. So we'll do the monthly first. And you start your goals for May. We'll go into this next. Okay, let me find my pages here. Okay, so now we're good. This is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Alright, so that's where I stopped. So this is one thing I did mess up. So let me figure this out here, going back. I didn't have a weekly for March, or did we? Oh, this is the beginning. Okay, never mind. It's supposed to be way up here. Alright, so that is all sectioned off, and I obviously printed way too many extras here. But that's okay. These can be saved for next month, but for right now, they'll just be put in the back of the planner in case I need extra note room. I don't think that I will, but they can be put in the back there. Alright, so now, let's see if we can do 3 pages of this. This is a 62-pound paper. I will link it below. It has tooth, which I like, and stickers do not stick to it. I've done some practice pages, so I am excited about that. It's not like the last paper that I was using with the plans. It's a new one to try. Alright, so I'm just going to set these aside when they're punched. So this is actually not Sunday. This is just going to be an extra page. I think I meant so that I could start yesterday. That's okay. I might have to go down to 2. This is the other thing about printing your own planner. This is time you have to allot for, and you could do it for the whole year. That could be, if you have some time, just sit down and do it for the whole year. But I'm just gonna do it for April. I'm doing 2 pages at a time right now just because this paper is a little thicker. Even though Happy Planner Punch is supposed to be able to do 3 pages. Now that the whole month is punched, we can pop it into the planner and get this all set up. My beautiful divider. So that is a whole month in for all of April. I think we're going to paper clip these together so that when we open it up, it's just going to go straight into the monthly. Okay. And we are ready to go for Sunday, March 30th. So we will get that decorated and planned in the next video, but let's get our declutter planner in here. And the first thing I wanted to do is show you these. These are top tab dividers that were incredibly affordable on Amazon. I was pretty surprised. So I'm going to use these two because I only need two. The orange is like really just shouldn't be in there. That's the only thing. It was still a good deal even if you only like these three. Or maybe like the orange and the white or the orange and blue, like who knows. But I like the purple and the white for this month. Maybe I'll use the orange in fall, maybe. And I'm going to pop it in. I think I'm just going to put it at the front right now because we're not even to the first day of April yet. We're still in the end of March. And then what I like to do with this one, what I did in it with my classic is I put it the day before whatever day I'm working on. So I need a planning page there. I do have a feeling I'm gonna like go through this, and when I'm getting the weeklies ready, I might have to add pages or kind of, you know, work around some things. But anyway, as I was saying, so if I'm working on Sunday, I will have the lavender divider here so that I can open to it and then just flip the page to Sunday. That way it's not in between my pages and it's not blocking anything, but it's a top tab, easy to get to. And then my second top tab will actually go in between the weekly of the declutter planner. In that one, because it is a weekly, I don't need to see both sides at the same time. I only need to see whatever day the weekly's on, so it can be in between the weekly. Let's get the declutter planner in here. Okay, so I had to put a little thought into this planner which month to use. So let's talk about that. What I wanted is because it's a Monday start, and Monday, the second week of April starts on the 6th for a Sunday. So I wanted a month where the 6th was on a Monday. So here, Monday's the 5th, Monday's the 7th. Here, Monday's the 6th. So I went through the whole thing and I found 2 months, August and May, that work with that. Now they both have 31 days, but that's okay. I know I'm gonna have to redate the monthly, but what I didn't want to have to do is redate every weekly. So let's look at this now. Because of how this is, Sunday is the 30th, Monday is the 31st, Tuesday is the 1st. So this would work perfectly for me. And this is springy enough to me. It's actually more summery probably. But let's look at May. Now May, for the first week, I would have to redate and redate because it doesn't have the 31 days for April. So still Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, which is the 1st of April, that would work. And this one has flowers at the bottom. So I am kind of leaning towards this one. And then the rest of the month, I will have to change these 2 days. And so I could do the whole week. I don't know if I will. I might just put a 1 here and then just try to make that look into a 30. I have to read day every week on the declutter planner, but then the second week, this will be right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I still have to read day, but I won't have to read date. And the dates are cute. I like how they are. So I am leaning towards this one, the May, because of the flowers. And we have this cute divider that will work. And I can just put a temporary sticker on it that says April. So if we look at April, everything has to be redated and redated the whole time. So I usually like to grab the month that I'm working with, so then I don't have to change the monthly or like every weekly here. But that's okay. We're just going to make it work. And we are going to go with May. So I'm going to pop out May. I'm taking the currently because I think that is just fun to have it. And this is the old-fashioned currently where it says reading, planning, watching, eating, drinking, loving, feeling, listening, celebrating, excited for, and practicing. And I really like the old currently pages where you don't have to do it all yourself. I know it can be fun and creative to do it yourself, but come on. It can also be incredibly time consuming, especially when you're doing a 2-page daily like I am. Okay, so now this is my declutter planner. And so what I was saying is when I get into the weekly here, so I will be changing this to May, even though it's super cute. Once I get into the weekly here, if I have this in here, it doesn't matter because I can see the first half of the week and then I can switch and see the second half of the week. So whatever day I'm on, I'll be able to see with this in the middle. If I did it on my dailies, that would not happen. I wouldn't be able to see the whole day. So that's why I'm fine having it in the middle on the declutter planner, but not in the regular 2-page daily planner. Okay, but we are set up now. I'm just gonna put this back here for now. 2 sections. My main daily planner, 2-page daily from She Plans. I'll put this all the way in the front right now. And then my declutter planner back here. So we are set up for April. We're going to have to do just maybe some slight changes. I don't know if I will even change this because I know it's April. I don't know if it's going to bother me enough to make it say April. Maybe it will. We'll see about that. And yeah, we're ready to go. So the next video, what we're going to have is we're going to start decorating for April. The monthly may have to wait because I need to really get right into Sunday, March 30th, get it ready to plan in, and then get the rest of the week ready to start planning this week. But I'm glad to finally have it set up in a planner, and look how cute everything looks. Super pretty together. Using this really cute seasonal big happy planner from 2018, grabbing my She Plans planner, and changing from a classic happy planner hourly layout that I was turning into a 2-page daily. Now I know I'm gonna have plenty of room. Also, if you girls don't know, I don't carry my planner around. I really don't go out a ton. I'm a stay-home homeschool mom. So that's why a bag also works for me. It's always gonna be on my desk or the counter. I don't have to put it in a bag or a purse. I do have notebooks that I take in my purse for when I do take my mom out or something, but yeah, I don't really go anywhere. I'm kind of an at-home gal. So the big works great for me. Okay, so now we will be decorating She Plans big printable planner. The big happy planner vertical we will also be decorating for my declutter planner. So stay tuned for those videos. So check back to see all those decorating videos and other videos coming up as well. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.